Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be doing a girl talk video / your big sis advice video. So I have a couple of questions for you guys, and yeah, I'm gonna just give you guys my honest answer, the raw, uncut, unedited. So the first question is, what would I do differently then that I do now that I have more sexual experience? I'm gonna just put the question down below just in case y'all confused, because I think that sounded confusing. But basically, so my answer to that is I would definitely say, like, I think a lot of people underestimate the importance of getting tested. So to even make sure that before, you know, I'm sexually active with somebody, I would definitely make sure that they get tested, that there's no slip-ups, no anything like that. Also, like, general term, just in case this is your circumstance, even like getting to know the person I'm giving my body to, like, I feel like that aspect is also very underestimated. Like, it's your body, and who you give your body to is everything. Like, I believe in soul ties and energies, you know, like, that's a lot of energy and stuff coming into your body and being exchanged between two people. So I feel like definitely knowing your personnel, at least before you engage in activities with them, is definitely something that's very important. And they just making sure that, you know, you both are clean and that there's no slip-ups, and just basically knowing your personnel so that you're not, you know, exchanging energies with somebody that's giving off bad energy or just isn't a good person at heart, because I believe that affects you. So yeah. Second question, how do I feel about once a cheater, always a cheater? So honestly, with that, I feel like that varies. People can change. I'll be honest. I know a lot of people are just like, nah, once you do it, you're gonna do it again. I don't genuinely believe that. I believe that depending on your personnel, people change. People can change. It just depends on, I feel like that's a judgment call for you, for the person to make. Like, you know the person that you're dealing with best. I feel like you can distinguish between whether somebody is genuine about it, and you can just have an idea of whether they really wouldn't do it again. But of course, you can never be 100% sure. So I'm not saying that, you know, there's a way to say if you're 100% accurate. But I really just say, like, go with your gut feeling. Like, some people do things that they regret and genuinely don't do it again because they've learned from the mistake. They realize the damp that it's putting into their relationship with someone they really may have valued. So I believe people do change, but there is no definite way to make that call. I just feel like it's a gut feeling, and you should just go with that. Would be advice that I would give to, like, young girls getting into relationships. I would definitely say you shouldn't be getting into a relationship if you don't love yourself first. If you don't love yourself first, you'll be putting a bigger burden on somebody else to love you in a way that body is capable of, because at the end of the day, once you love yourself, anything that anybody else brings to the table is like an add-on. So I feel like loving yourself is definitely something that you should do before even getting into a relationship. That's like the basis. So without that foundation, I believe the relationship will already be rocky, because, you know, you don't even love yourself. You don't even know what you like and stuff like that. So how can you expect somebody else to? Also know that, like, a relationship is trial and error. I feel like a lot of people go into relationships expecting certain things, but I feel like communication is key. Understanding is more key though. But to communicate with somebody, I feel like people don't communicate efficiently with the other person about what they want, you know, long term, or just setting boundaries so that you both are on the same page. I feel like that part is so very important, and people get upset when it's like, oh, this person's not doing this, or he or she's not doing that, but ultimately you guys didn't set any boundaries. So there is no common ground or common understanding. So that's definitely what I will say. Try to get to a common ground with somebody else, and make sure that you guys are on the same page. Also definitely say to don't rush into things, and definitely get to know the person that you may see a relationship with. Like, get to know them, see how they treat people around them, their mothers, fathers, just family members, because realistically, for my ladies, how a guy treats his mother is how he's gonna treat you. So if a guy treats his mother bad, don't think that you're any different and you can get him to treat you this miraculous way. That's not how it, yeah, that's not really how it works. Like, how he treats his mother is a reflection of how he's most likely 9.5 times out of 10 is how he's gonna treat you. So I definitely feel like watching his relationships with other people. And also another thing I would say is, people show you them, believe them. Don't try to see if things would change or anything like that. Like, people show you them, you just got to pay close attention. So I feel like taking those minor details, and you know, even like red flags in the beginning, you see certain things in the beginning and you just, you know, let it pass you, but definitely pay attention. So paying attention and watching for close details like that is definitely something super important. Just leave it at that. And is advice for people going to college, basically in a long distance relationship. So what I will say is, it's not going to be easy, but it definitely can be done. It's just about whether, you know, you guys are willing to put in that work. I feel like, once again, communication is key. Both of you guys communicating effectively about, you know, seeing each other or just making time for each other, and kind of just having a common ground and a common understanding, so that no assumptions or anything like that can be made. I feel like a lot of trust is important. Like, if you don't have that trust, if you guys don't trust each other, it's just not gonna work. Like, you guys should just be able to trust that each other, you know, you have each other's back, and you guys are being loyal even with the person not in your face. So definitely trust is super important. And I like, it's true, like when you pray on things, let go and let God. The next question is, how do you deal with your cramps? Okay, y'all, so I had really bad cramps, ended up getting on birth control, and it definitely, I saw a difference in my cramps. So that's something I would recommend. Heating pads, that helps. Drinking like tea and stuff like that, like warm things, that helps as well. And something that, as women, like, if that's something that you go through, like, you understand, definitely take like Tylenol and stuff like that. Like, y'all, I got put onto Midol. That's a game changer. So just finding a thing that works for you. Next question was, how do you shave down there? I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't shave, I wax. Waxing is a game changer. It really changed my life. So if y'all don't wax, y'all should definitely look into waxing, or even sugaring, like whatever you guys prefer. But I definitely feel like shaving down there isn't even good, because it, as a female, it's gonna give you razor bumps, ingrown hairs, like stuff that you just don't want to deal with. And so yeah, I feel for precaution, if you are shaving, like, make sure you're exfoliating, you know, your razor is clean every time you shave down there, because that's super important for like bacteria and stuff like that. So just taking healthy precautions like that can definitely make a difference. Okay, the next question is, what's my definition of girl code? Be close with your friend's significant other. Certain level of respect, like respect your friend. And when you're in situations like that, I just feel like it never ends good for you. So just basically just prevent that whole becoming friends with your friend's significant other. Like, that just gets really messy quick, and that's definitely one of my girl codes. We don't do stuff like that. Other girl code is like, for example, if me and a friend get into an argument and you go and tell our business to other people and stuff like that, that's a no-no, because at the end of the day, we're all grown here, we can all communicate. And if you feel a way about something, if we're friends, there's nothing that you shouldn't be able to come to me about. and vice versa. So talking about each other behind their back and stuff like that, I don't play like that. As a friend, we should have a mutual respect for each other, and also understanding, like, yeah, so like the subliminals like that people be on, like females be on, and throwing secret shots, like I'm not really for that either. Like you call my phone about everything else, whether you're going through it with your mans, you know, going through it with whoever, your parents, family, but you're telling me that you can't come to my, like, you can't call my phone about me and tell me about how you feel and stuff like that. Super childish, corny. Like, just know your place. And so what are my thoughts about moving in before marriage? Okay, so I know a lot of people feel differently about this, but one thing I personally can say is, me personally, I feel as though moving in before marriage isn't such a bad thing. I understand the stigma that comes with it, and it's definitely reasonable, but I personally feel like when you move in with a partner, that's a big step, of course, and it's something that shouldn't be taken lightly. But I feel like, to me, it's an important step, because when you're living with somebody, you're able to see the ins and outs of that person, like everything. So taking that step before marriage, I feel like, can actually be beneficial, because it just shows you how that person maneuvers through all stages, how they operate, how they clean themselves, like how they, you know, like keep up with the house. Like, these are stuff that's important, and later down the line, that could be a make or break in a relationship. So I feel like seeing those important little minor details and stuff like that definitely can help, you know, even mold the decision about whether or not you even want to marry that person. Because cleanliness is a big deal to some people, and cleanliness is a big deal to me, and just how you upkeep yourself and stuff like that. Like, it, for us, it just has to work, you know what I'm saying? And because it's going to cause problems down the line. So to prevent that measure, just us moving in with each other and seeing certain things like this could just help prevent future arguments in the future. Or, like, it's crazy, like, thinking about it is crazy. Like, you get married, you move in with somebody, like, you don't really know how they really maneuver. You're not seeing them on a day-to-day basis. You don't see certain things that I feel like are definitely important and shouldn't be overlooked. And now you're married to that person, and in a way, I wouldn't say you're stuck, but it's kind of more so on a, wow, like, we really have to compromise, because, you know, like, realistically, nobody really wants to get a divorce. Like, that's a timely process. So it's kind of like now you find yourself in a situation, and now you're like stuck just trying to piece together everything and trying to like go back and fix things that could have been tweaked in the moving in stage before marriage. So that's how I feel about it. I definitely feel like it's an important step, and a step that can actually help or break a relationship. So and even that, like, when you live with somebody, that could just show you every reason why you and that person don't need to be together, and that, you know, that's not your person, so you're able to, you know, move freely easier rather than if you were in a marriage. But I definitely do understand the stigma behind like moving in with somebody before marriage and them getting comfortable and, you know, waiting longer to ask that question. So I understand that, and I'm not taking away from that, like I said. So comment down below what you guys think about that. So yeah, on to the next question. How do you balance friendships and relationships? I feel like this is something that a lot of people struggle with, because when you're in a relationship, that's the person that you're with a majority of the time. Naturally, that's just what it becomes. So I feel like balancing it can sometimes get a little hard, but I feel like it's possible. You just definitely have to work on managing your time and making time for both of them, because they're both important to you, and you don't want it to ever seem like one is more important than the other. So something you can do is, for example, like, if you know, like, scheduling time with your friends monthly, or even if it's bi-weekly, or just incorporating some sort of time for your friends is definitely important, because like I said, I feel as though you're with your partner a majority of the time. So definitely picking out, like, every 2 weeks we have a girls' day, we have a girls' night, whatever works for you guys, or we, you know, that's just a day for the girls. I feel like that's important, and that's something that can be talked about and worked upon. So like every 2 weeks, every month, whatever works for you and how often you hang out with your friends. So definitely just incorporating something that's like a routine basically for you guys. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoy doing this video. I love helping other people and stuff like that. So definitely, if you guys want more videos like this in the future, comment that down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching.